Still confused by all the formulas in electrical engineering? You are not alone. In this video, I will show you how to derive the formula way step by step. The easiest way for beginners to finally understand Ohm's law, resistance, and power without memorizing a thing. Let's dive into it. Okay, the formula way comprises of two formulas, which are the Ohm's law formula and the power formula. We know that the Ohm's law, from Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR, which is from Ohm's law. So Ohm's law. And we have three formulas for power, which are P is equal to VI, P is equal to I squared R, and P is equal to V squared R. These entire formulas are power formulas. So these are the two formulas that we will derive the formula way from. So let's dive into it. From the Ohm's law formula, which we have that V is equal to IR, we can call this equation 1. From this equation 1, which is the Ohm's law formula, we can rearrange it by making I and R the subject of the formula. Let's break it down now.
Break it down now.
Okay. By making I and R the subject of the formula, by making I the subject of the formula, we will have that I, by dividing both sides by the coefficient of I, which is R, we will have that V will be equal to what? R. We call this equation 2. By making R the subject of the formula, we will divide both sides by I, which is the coefficient of R. So we will have that R will be equal to V divided by I. We call this equation 3. Also, from this first law of power, we state that P is equal to VI. We call this equation 4. Also, from this equation 4, we can rearrange this V and R by making V and R the subject of the formula. Let's break it down now.
Break it down
now.
now.
Okay, we have that V, by making V the subject of the formula, it will be equals to P all over I. We call this equation 5. By making I the subject of the formula, from equation 4, we will divide both sides by the coefficient of I, which is V. So we will have that I will be equal to P all over V. By dividing both sides by the coefficient of I, which is V. So we will call this equation 6. We are done with this formula. So we will move to the next one, which is P equals to I squared R, which P is equals to I squared, and we call this equation 7. We can rearrange this same formula, which same equation, by making I and R the subject of the formula. So let's break it down.
Break it down now.
By making I the subject of the formula, we will divide both sides by the coefficient of I, which is R. So we will have that I squared will be equal to P divided by R. But we are making I the subject, not I squared. So we take the square root of both sides. Taking the square root of both sides, taking the square root of here and the square root of here. This square will take away this square root. So we will have that I will be equals to square root of P all over R. So we can make this equation 8. Now we have, okay, we are going to make R the subject of the formula. By making R the subject of the formula, we will divide both sides by the coefficient of R, which is I squared. So we have that R will be equal to P divided by I squared. Call this equation 9. So let's move to the next one, which is P equals to B squared arrow. P is equals to B squared divided by arrow. We call this equation 10. By making V the subject of the formula, we will rearrange the same equation and make V the subject of the formula. So by making V, we will have that B squared will be equals to P arrow by cross multiply. But we want to make V the subject of the formula, but not B squared. So we will multiply, we will take the square root of both sides. By taking the square root of both sides, this square will take away this square. We will have that V will be equals to the square root of what? P arrow. Call this equation 11. Also, we will make arrow the subject of the formula from here. By cross multiply, we will have that P arrow will be equals to what? B squared. From this equation, by cross multiply, P arrow will be equals to B squared. So by making arrow the subject of the formula, we will divide both sides by the coefficient of arrow, which is P. So by dividing both sides by the coefficient of arrow, which is P will take away P. So arrow will be equals to B squared all over P. So this will be equation 12. So these are the 12 equations. So now let us input these 12 equations into this formula way. So from this formula way, we can call here B, we can call here I, we can call here arrow, and we can call here P, which are voltage, current, resistance, and power. We know that from the first law of Ohm's law, we think that V is equal to I arrow, which is equation 1. So for V, we have that V is equal to what? I arrow. Also, we also have that from equation 5 that V equals to P all over I is equals to P all over I. So we input that V is equals to P all over I. We are done with that. So we move to the next one. We also have here that V for equation 11, that V is equals to the square root of P arrow. So we have here that V is equals to the square root of P arrow, which is the product of power and resistance. Let's move to the next one, which is current. For equation 2, we have the current, which is I equals to V all over R. So we have here that I is equals to V all over R. We also have that for equation 6, that I is equals to P all over V. So in this very part of the circle, we have that I is equals to P all over V. Also, we have here for equation 8 that I is equals to the square root of P all over R. So we have here that I is equals to the square root of P all over R. Let's move to the next value, which is resistance R. We have here that for equation 3 that R is equals to P V all over I. So we have here that V all over I. For arrow also, we have here that arrow is equals to P all over I squared, which is P divided by I squared. And for the next variable, which is arrow, we will have here that arrow is equals to V squared all over P. So here will be V squared divided by P. Let's move to the next variable. We have that power P. For equation 7, we have that P, which is power. Equation 4, we have that P, which is power, is equals to the product of voltage and current, which is V arrow. We have here that P is equals to VI. Is VI. So for equation 4, I just input it in the formula way. So we move to the next variable. We have here that P is equals to I squared arrow. So we have here that I squared arrow. We move to the next one. We also have that P for equation 10 is equals to V squared arrow. So we have here that P is equals to V squared all over Hello. So that is the formula way. Like, subscribe for more videos like this, and leave a comment in the comment section. Bye.